This is Damian, a UNB computer sciences grad student who went on exchange to the University of South Brittany in the town of Lorient between September 2013 and January 2014.
So I flew from Fredericton to Paris through Toronto. When I got to Paris, I hopped on a train, which took me to Lorient. And coming back, I did a ride share from Lorient to Paris, and then I flew back the same way, same route to Toronto. The flight was around $1,200 return. The train was probably less than $100. And the ride share helped because that was about 40 bucks, I think. That was a good way to save money on the way back. So, altogether it was, I think, less than $1,500 for travel.
And the rideshare felt like a fairly safe process?
Yeah, so the website I use is called voiturage.fr. It's like a rideshare site. And it's pretty safe because, you can read about drivers' histories and ratings and things like that. The guy that drove me was this really nice old guy. There were two other people who also paid for a trip with them, and also nice people. So yeah, it was really safe and relaxed, no issues that way. I would say it's very tricky to find a place in advance. So sometimes, I've noticed in Canada, people move to a new city and they've already got an apartment lined up that they've arranged for in advance. But I found that pretty tricky, especially with the language barrier. So most students arrived into Lorient and then they stayed in a hostel for maybe up to a week. And during that time, we all found apartments to live in, whether it's on or off campus. I think at UBS, my university in France, there's a very limited number of on-campus housing spaces. So most of us, we lived off campus, close to the campus, but in a private residence, not affiliated with the university. So there's two websites that were handy, Bon Coin and Locavitz. Those are just two housing sites in France. I think they're all over France. I was with a couple guys. I was kind of one of the oldest students at the time. My roommates were younger guys, one guy from Scotland and one guy from Germany. They were really nice guys. We shared a lot of interests like soccer. We both we all like to drink beer, stuff like that. So kind of bonded that way. And we even had some classes together. They were language students. Most of the exchange students were language students, whereas I studied engineering. But we did have some classes together because every exchange student is offered basically free French courses, which we all took together. It was about a 10 or 15-minute walk, depending on which part of campus you needed to get to. The campus is kind of split up into 2 or 3 different sections around town. So I would be, some days I would be at one of the campuses, another day I'd be at the other one, but they were both within 15-minute walk. It was a pretty nice place, actually. It was pretty roomy, modern, and it was fairly cheap. It was €230 per person per month, so it was cheaper than living in Fredericton. Yeah, as for the drawbacks, I guess nothing really major. It's just it's a bit tricky to sort out certain things we had to set up our own account for the electricity bill, things like that were a bit tricky, but again, those are good exercises in becoming more independent and living in a foreign place and picking up the language and things like that. So there's a lot of supermarkets similar to Canada, similar style, places like Gion and I can't remember the other one, but they're kind of your superstore type of place, or your Sobeys or whatever, what have you. But there's the selection is the big difference. So in France, you get a lot of different foods. normally in Canada you can't find there. So most noticeable was like the milk was like they would always have their milk set out in the aisle like non-refrigerated. So that's a big thing in France. They like double or triple pasteurize their milk, and it's just served at room temperature. It's really bizarre. Yeah, it was totally shocking to me. But anyway, you can also get fresh milk. There's a smaller section where you can get fresh milk, same as here. So I usually just get that. Lots of cheese, different types of cheeses, but it would be like again different styles of cheese than you'd see in Canada. So you wouldn't have cheddar, things like feta cheese, where it might be tricky to find. It's all like very traditional French cheeses, like Camembert and Brie and stuff like that. So you kind of have to like switch up your taste a little bit, I think. Baguettes everywhere and super cheap and good. Lots of nice produce. I think the French, they kind of pride themselves on the quality of their food. So it's grocery shopping is better and cheaper overall.
On voit bien, toutes les zébrures ont disparu. Alors, il a une très très longue queue, il y a un autre requin qui a une très longue queue qui est très utile pour lui, c'est le requin renard. Alors on n'en a pas ici, mais celui-ci, il va s'en servir en fait pour assommer les proies. Donc encore des techniques de chasse particulières.
I mean, I studied French growing up, ever since like grade 1, I think we started, and like basically took the French class at least every year, all through middle school, high school, undergrad, university.
But it wasn't French immersion?
No, it wasn't French immersion, and it's not a good way to learn French, unfortunately. So when I finished my undergrad degree, I had taken some pretty advanced level French courses, but I wasn't near being conversational. So I started practicing on my own again after that with podcasts, things like that. And then one thing I did that really helped is I did a 5-week program in Quebec City called Explore, and that's like an intensive French immersion program. So that was a really, really fun experience, and kind of springboarded me into the French exchange. Yeah, that was a big part of it. I mean, there's several reasons why I wanted to go, but yeah, learning French, it was probably the number one reason. I wanted to experience the food, the culture, the lifestyle, drive some French cars and things like that. But yeah, I would say learning the language was the main reason. As a Canadian, I think that people need to make a bigger effort to learn a little bit of French at least. The courses in France they seem to start and end at kind of random times. So yeah, I think one of the courses started at the beginning of September and went to maybe the end of October. I think one started at the beginning of October, went to the end of November, and one started in November and went to December. So they did overlap a little bit, but not perfectly, obviously. And the number of hours of classwork was less than a course at UNB in Canada. So, and then the other strange thing was the classes were scheduled at seemingly random times throughout the week. So maybe one week it might be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Maybe on Monday it was at noon, on Tuesday it's 2 p.m. and Thursday at 9 a.m. or something like that. And then next week it would be completely different. So the scheduling is a bit different, it's a bit funky. Regionally, it's one of the bigger cities. I think there's several surrounding suburbs and villages and things like that, and the total population is around 180,000, which is a pretty reasonable size for a French city. It's not huge, but it's not tiny either. It's big enough so that they have their own French top league soccer team and stuff like that. So they play against Paris Saint-Germain and stuff like that. Some big name teams come to town. And so there's some like top level sports, um, the other thing that's really noticeable about the city is that it's not as architecturally traditional as other French cities, and the reason for that is because it was like basically destroyed in World War II. Um, I think the Germans came there and set up like a submarine base, and so the Allies had to they bombed it quite a bit. So all the old architecture got destroyed in World War II, and it was rebuilt after that, and it was rebuilt more modernly. So it's a lot of stucco houses and things like that, as opposed to old traditional stone buildings, which you see in other villages and cities in that region. So it's kind of different that way, but it is nice. It does have character. You see a lot of palm trees around town. There's a big sailing club, a big harbor for sailboats and stuff like that. So it's got a nice feel. It's really it's right on the ocean, so it's got a very maritime feel to it. The weather's nice. Yeah, the weather's good there. In the winter, it gets a little chilly and rainy, but it rarely goes below zero. I don't think it was below zero the entire time I was there. And I was there, for parts of December, January. So it's pretty warm. Brittany, again, is that region is considered, the locals consider themselves to be a Celtic nation. So other Celtic nations would be Ireland and Scotland and Wales, the Isle of Man and Cornwall, I guess. And then a lot of people consider Brittany to be one of those more closely related to those regions. So the culture is a little bit more, it's got a bit of a Celtic influence. A lot of the traditional music that you'll see is, they've got bagpipes and things like that. Or, you go to a traditional pub there and see a really similar style of music to, Irish folk music, like fiddles, banjos, and guitars and things like that. What else? There's a lot of cool towns in Brittany, a lot of historic, fun places to visit. There's another campus, UBS has another campus in Van, which is it's kind of like a twin city of Lorient. It's similar size, and there's another campus there. And that city's more traditional, with the sort of old stoneworks, architecture, and I think there's a castle there. So it's a bit more touristy that way, which is kind of nice in some ways. There's other really ancient towns there, we visited one town called Damian, which is, there's houses there that are 400 years old. So that was pretty interesting to see. And then there's some other major cities there, like Brest and Rennes and all these other different medium to large cities, and just a lot of neat culture, and the food there is more I think the crepe was invented there, and sardines I think were invented there, so you get stuff like that, really traditional, some hearty, neat French cuisines. A lot of the sweets are really buttery and baked goods and cookies and all these different kind of hearty meals and things. It wasn't too bad. A lot of times I would catch a ride with somebody. I might catch a ride to a game with one of the guys on my team. People are pretty friendly that way, so if you meet some locals, I think they're happy to take you around a bit. But I think I also rented a car a couple times, and that was fairly cheap. And then, of course, a lot of the cars there are diesel, so they're much more efficient. So you save on fuel and stuff like that, which is great as well.
Was it a standard?
So all the cars, that's a good point. All the cars there are standard transmissions. So it helps if you before going to Europe, if you can learn how to drive the stick, it'll probably come in handy at some point. people clearly dress differently there. They dress nicer. I think they take more pride in their appearance, their outfits. So yeah, it helps to fit in if you can get some decent clothes. And as for customs, I mean, some of the big ones are you really need to learn how to introduce yourself when you meet new people or when you walk into a room and you see somebody you know. It's important to greet them properly. Yeah, so the cell phone was pretty easy to get set up. I had an unlocked phone, so it just works. It would work everywhere. I just needed to get a French SIM card, and I used Laba, which is I think it's like a Scandinavian company, but they're all over Europe, I believe. I think it was like €10 for a month or something like that, and it came with like 2 gigabytes of data, so it was like pretty good deal. Anything you'd pick up at the drugstore, I think would be a little more expensive there. I have no idea why it's like that, but I think I paid €5 or €10 for a little pack of dental floss. It's like, that's pretty expensive. And I would just recommend, packing light. Don't bring. I mean, if you're only going to be there for one semester, for example, like, don't bring anything you don't need. Really, just bring the bare necessities. I think that when I got back, I was still sort of involved with the UNB student abroad program. I helped out with some events to promote the exchange program at UNB, and I figured I would just write that, to sort of document my experiences as best I could, so that anybody else going on exchange can try to be better prepared through reading that or relate to it through reading it. So yeah, it was just a way for me to try to help others learn from my experiences. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that if somebody does the same exchange, then they read this and my blog, and first of all, should encourage them, to have confidence that they're going to have an excellent time. But it should also, give some nice little pointers to help